Do you like medieval warfare? Chopping off the limbs of your enemies or crushing them with a massive piece of metal? Armor customization and high skill ceilings? With over 500,000 downloads, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Mordhau. And if you've met this gorgeous piece of software before, do you remember it? And more importantly, is it worth revisiting? Released in 2019, this self-described medieval hack and slash is beautifully brutal. Not only is it historically accurate, but it's also gorgeous. You can play this game on a potato if you need to, and let me tell you, I have. But when you max out those graphics, this game becomes eye-wateringly beautiful. I mean, look at these graphics. Is that rain on my armor, or is that metal sweating? No, seriously, I can't tell. And how about this sword? Pretty sweet, right? But if swords aren't your thing, don't worry. They've got different swords and different swords. And another sword, and axes and spears and maces and big maces and hammers and bows and crossbows and shields. They have shields. I mean, how cool is that? This is like it's like a piece of metal that you use to protect yourself. Speaking of metal that you use to protect yourself, armor. I mean, look at this armor. You've got helmets, chest pieces, leg, open face, closed face, gloves, little skirts if you're feeling cute.
Kawaii.
Even a bag. But if you're a stylish individual, they've even got fur and leather. With all this armor, there's plenty of potential for customization. I mean, check out this guy. It's a guard from Skyrim. Isn't it obvious?
No.
And this is a samurai right here. Totally not a medieval knight, but a samurai straight from the Edo period. People come up with all kinds of ways to flex expensive armor and weapon skins, and others, well, others do this. Enough with the cosmetics. You want to play the game, and let me tell you, this game is infuriating and satisfying at the same time. With the movement differences in weapons and a skill ceiling half as tall as the Burj Khalifa, which is only a little bit taller than me. Here's me for scale. You can parry, kick, stab, slash, chamber, which is when you attack and attack, clash, which is when your attacks. Clash. Okay, what do you want from me? It clashes, alright? But that's just the basics. You can excel, which is when you turn your character so that your attack hits faster. Can drag, which is when you turn your character away so that your attacks hit later than the animation looks like it will, and it really throws off your opponent. This can lead to some insanity-inducing deaths, and really weird-looking moves. Once you get good, you can start pulling off some insane-looking maneuvers. You've got stamina to manage, armor that can slow you down, but it will protect you. But if you see a maul, nothing will protect you. This hammer right here is evil. One-shot headshots, two-shot body shots. You just dropped 45,000 on a fancy new helmet? Boom, not even your head's left on your shoulders, you big stupid idiot. You've got plenty of toys to play with and customization, but what are the game modes like? Well, you got the basics like Frontline, where you join a team in games of either 48 or 64 players. You join a team and fight an actual medieval battle. Fight over ruined battlefields, siege castles, raid cities, kill civilians and steal riches for yourselves. Burn the farms, execute the absolute unit of a king. Man, that was intense. Let's go for something a bit calmer, like a brawl. These are your classic free-for-all or team deathmatch game modes. Do I really need to explain a free-for-all or team deathmatch to you? I have faith in you, don't worry, I'm not going to do you like that. Moving right along to Horde mode, this is one of my favorites. Fight against waves of AI enemies that get progressively harder. Buy armor, weapons, and perks. It's like Call of Duty Zombies. If you like COD Zombies, this is definitely the game mode for you. They even have a demonic horde mode if killing waves of people wasn't good enough for you. You just had to fight the literal hordes of hell instead. They've got that for you too. Now, you might be asking, are these really the only ways of playing? And I say, no, there's community games too, like roleplay if you want to roleplay being in a city, robbing people, being a guard, that kind of thing. And my second favorite, and perhaps the most rage-inducing, 1v1 servers. Duels are, in my opinion, one of the most fun ways to play. A classic nightly duel pitting your skill against another, and more often than not, you get absolutely smashed. I mean demolished, clowned on by some guy either in some crazy looking armor, or a naked guy trolling and dancing on your corpse. The feeling of beating people in duels is intoxicating, but being humbled, man, that puts you lower than SpongeBob when he went to rock bottom. Now you might think I'm done, but I've been hiding something from you. Mods. There are modded servers in this game too, one of which you can literally play Horde mode in Lord of the Rings. Custom weapons and armor for enemies and your friends. Absolutely amazing. There's plenty of other modded servers too. Plenty of them are roleplay, and lots of them have administration tools too, if you want to have a Mordhau server. But you get the picture. You can do anything in the world of modding. With the mention of roleplay, that begs the question of community. This game's community is so unapologetically goofy. From people just trolling to screaming and insulting people with some wonderfully written voice lines. Some people just disregard the mission entirely and just dance and be friendly. You can get your head caved in, and the person who did it will hit the cabbage patch on your corpse, and it's completely common. The community has also made amazing use of all the emotes, voice lines, and everything else you can do in the game. With all this said, Mordhau offers a vast sandbox to explore and unlock. Plenty of game modes, satisfying sense of progression, going from a peasant who looks like he just got his armor off of a couple of dead guys, to an absolutely dripped out individual, a wonderful community to interact with, and rewards that encourage player growth rather than rewarding players who are already good at the game. That begs the question though, do you remember Mordhau? Did you ever know it? And is it worth revisiting? Or visiting for the first time? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to cover all my bases here. I don't know who's watching this, It's a good game, what can I say? The gameplay loop is so satisfying, the community is so unapologetically goofy and friendly, and the customization and graphics are amazing. If I get this video out in time, the Steam Spring Sale is on, and if it's on sale, it's definitely worth picking up. That's all I've got for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. My first video blew up like crazy, and I just wanted to thank everyone who watched it, liked it, commented on it. I know it wasn't great, so I'm trying something a little different with this one, and let me know what you think in the comments below. But seriously, thank you guys so much for just watching and clicking on the video. That's all I've got for now, though. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.